Hello and welcome to A Site Mirage. Today I'm going to be showing you how to take the site, plant the bomb, some smokes to help you do it, and also some strategies that we can take to do that effectively. Let's look at the entrances to the site. We have CT, jungle, connector, and then from the T side we have ramp and pallets. What we're usually going to be see CT players doing is usually there's going to be a player CT who can then push into site, and he can push into a triple box if he needs to. Sometimes you hopper, rotate into jungle, watch palace. Maybe you have a player, they have a player down here beside the stairs. You can look down ramp or up palace. You can also have him on the stairs, and then of course he's usually going to be looking palace, or he's going to peek in very deep into the ramp, try to pick some unsuspecting terrorists off. And then they can be sandwiched, they can be under wood, on that little box thing, or in sight here. And then what we're going to want to do as terrorists is use our utilities, so smokes, flashes, and Molotovs, to make this site take a bit easier, right? So the first thing we see when we peek this corner is going to be this area over here by this bench here, right? We're also going to see the stairs here, the very, very top of stairs, and then when we push up we're going to be looking into the triple box, back in CT, and then already we're seeing a headshot box, which is this place here, where people can head glitch. We're going to see that little box there on the site, into the firebox, and then sandwich, and under wood. And our main strategy is going to be to smoke off CT. We're going to smoke off jungle here, and I'm not going to mess that up, and the stairs. And what is going to happen now is that when we push in, we don't have to worry about these spots as much. We don't have to worry about a CT AWPer. We're just going to have to clear the site, clear triple box, clear underwood. Here come guy goes planning, the smokes are still up, guy gonna check a ninja, maybe clear a triple box if it hasn't been mollied, or if the guy is just hiding there, right? So another support player, what he might want to do, he might want to Molotov triple box, so the entry fragger can just chill, grab the guy as he's either peeking out towards stairs or going towards the left into sight. Another support player can then also throw a Molotov down underwood, just to pressure the guy here to make him want to run out back into the site, or just to outright kill him. He might jump up on this box, in which case, if he did do that, once the player pushes out here, he's going to be able to take him out very easily, seeing as he's going to have to be crouched to actually sit in here. So he's going to be very, very slow, and even if he does drop, he's going to have that little bit of a stagger, which is going to make his aim very inaccurate as he's dropping down there. And that is the main strategy, right? And together with the palace player, this becomes very, very good. The palace player can throw a smoke flash down into underwood, and that's going to flash people in sight, people trying to push that smoke that's supposed to be up. He can also throw just a Molotov down there, also if he wants to. Since there's a smokes, he doesn't have to worry about that too much. Since a jungle is smoked, he doesn't have to worry about jungle or connector. And what he wants to do usually is, with a guy playing Tetris, right? Guy playing Tetris is going to look into sight, trying to see if anybody tries to peek behind any of these boxes here, even firebox if needs be. And he's going to corner it with a palace player who's going to peek just as the Tetris player takes an engagement, right? And then he's going to shoot the CT from the side, wherever he might be, like that, right? And so I suggest always to take the bomb through ramp here, maybe the support player, right? So he throws that, checks, maybe shoots there, then takes a bit of damage maybe, and he plants here. This is called standard. Standard is very good because it can be covered from palace and some other things that we're going to be looking at, but it's very vulnerable to CT just as the plan is going down, right? That's why we want the CT smoke, and that's also why we want another player who's just standing here maybe he pushes a bit with the smoke star still up, when the smoke's still up, to get a better angle into, of course this is going to be smoke though, right? He's going to be able to try to shoot through the smoke, especially if the bomb, the planner is being shot through the smoke, right? Then his job is going to be try to deter that, or just to neutralize it by killing the guy, spamming it. Very important role, because if the bomb planner dies and doesn't get a trade, right, the smoke is going to go away, and you're going to have, you as a team are going to have a hard time trying to get the bomb down, right? You're going to either have to smoke it off again, or you're going to have to choose another plant location, right? So another plant location is right here, which I usually say don't plant here. This is not much better, because just as the last location, it's vulnerable to CT. Sometimes it can be vulnerable to stairs, but it's not as big of a factor, as you can just apply it a little bit further up. But the main reason here why this spot is worse than standard is because when you have the bombs planted standard, you force the CT to have to cross through this gap, right? Through this gap here. And when they do that, you can have a player Tetris, you can have a player just ramp, looking over that and preventing that rotate, right? Delaying the CTs so that the bomb can go off. Of course, if the spot gets mollied, that's probably where you want to plant it, because if you plant it here, you're vulnerable to short stairs, as well as the T ramp, but mostly shorted stairs. I guess jungle, if people peek that. Of course, you're going to have smokes there though, because you're a good player, right? You're playing with your team. You can plant it there. This spot is also very good because from ramp, you know, you have a very good sight line onto the bomb plant. You can also try to kill diffusers from palace, and it's quite good. Just that it's also a bit dangerous from short. And then you have the last plant location, which is right here, which is, you know, planted for short. This is usually when you go mid to A or underground to A. We'll talk about that a bit later. So when you have the bomb planted as standard, right? What I see a lot of players doing, is that the guy who's just protecting CT while the bomb is going down, he will try to get the frag. If he gets the frag, he's going to push CT, right? And the reason he does that is that you get this very nice sight line all the way through the CT spawn into B kitchen, and players rotating from B are going to have to cross that or this doorway here to get to either jungle or to run across the CT, right? The same thing if people are in jungle, they will rotate through the CT spawn to get to CT. And it's very nice, but the reason I do not recommend this is because you are very isolated from your team, and if your team needs help on site with people playing connector, you're not going to be able to help them in time usually, right? You're going to have to run up, pull out your gun, and then now you're shooting wherever the CTs are coming from. What I suggest you do instead is you want to, right next to firebox, you want to just relax here. You want to take a couple of steps back from the firebox and use these silos or cylinders. I don't know what these are. Maybe they're bombs or gas pipes, or gas containers. I don't know what they are. You want to use this box here to protect yourself from or cover yourself from stairs, and then you just peek CT sometimes. You're not trying to get the kill most of the time, you're trying to delay as much as possible, at the same time as trying to get the kill, of course, right? So you just want to try to use, waste time, and then you can peek it, just fire with a couple of pop shots, and if you don't have enough players, you will also then take the firebox roll. You will protect stairs from that, from firebox. So you have the bomb planted standard. Usually I would recommend you re-smoke jungle, and this is because you have this player who's watching CT. CT is no longer dangerous because you don't have to be on the bomb. The bomb is safe by itself, right? But you have this guy who's applying pressure onto CT. You can have a player Palace, and Palace is going to have to watch stairs a bit together with Firebox guy if he does that. He can also watch people pushing through the smoke if they choose to do that. Mostly I would suggest that the Palace player plays passively. Maybe he is just watching the guy jumping from stairs to Tetris to help a player who's playing Tetris or ramp. And then once the bomb is being defused, he's going to be able to kill the diffuser and waste even more time. It's about running down the clock, the strategy, right? You can also have a player who's watching ramp or a guy at Tetris. I guess this is more personal preference. You want to maybe switch this up a couple of times. He's going to be vulnerable against the guy rushing up stairs. So you want to try to coordinate with the guy playing Firebox. And what this guy can do is he can, first of all, he can watch the smoke, right? He can watch the smoke. He can make sure that nobody pushes it. Or if they do, he's just going to kill them because he'll have the advantage, right? He can also watch the guy jumping upstairs, but usually I would suggest you try to not engage him and instead just watch this cross right here. And this is the very important cross that separates the standard plant from the pushed plant, right? And the reason for this is when the CT coming from CT goes for the bomb defuse, right? He's going to have to cross this, and this is where you're going to be able to engage him. You can do an off angle, or you can just surprise him. He's got a lot of cover here. There's a lot of cover here for you to use and to surprise the CT guy from, right? So if you look at it this way, right? The guy who's playing CT, when he's going for the retake, right? He's going to have to look a little bit like this, look at Underwood, and then right here, when he peeks this part, now he's like two possible players, right? He can get shot from Palace, he can get shot from the kind of firebox position that I suggested that you play to cover the CT, to cover CT, right? I'm gonna have to cover that. Then he's going to check headshot, right? Maybe he hugs this wall. If he does that, right, he's mostly safe until he maybe wants to. He's not gonna do that, right? He's gonna have friends there, and so he's not gonna do that. Maybe he chooses to peek Tetris, pick ramp from triple box. Usually I C player, they hug the right wall, right? But if they do that, right, this is what's gonna happen. They're gonna come here. They're gonna check headshot. Okay, they're gonna check ramp. They're gonna check Tetris. All right, and then here while they're covering, whilst they're crossing here, if anybody peeks from here, they're going to be very vulnerable, and only when they get here, they got the defuse going, and then you can peek from Palace and you can pressure them even more, kill the defuser, and get yourself some time. That's why I really like standard. Standard is just a very good bomb plant location in general. If we look at it this way, the guy coming from jungle or connector, there's going to be a smoke here. And it's going to cover this whole area. So if I put it in the middle here, it's going to cover this whole area. If you mess it up a little bit, it's going to be like this. He's going to be able to peek here. But okay, he's going to go up here. What is he going to watch? He's going to watch Firebox. Okay, and then he has to peek Palace. If you have a player there, you have a player there, right? This guy is hidden by this box until he goes Firebox, in which case he can just headshot this guy, right? And then he's going to clear Tetris a little bit. Okay, either he's going to jump up here. Whoa, don't mess up the jump. Right, he's going to jump over here. He's going to try to pre-fire some stuff, try to get some frags. Now he can shoot this guy, right? So this player will be vulnerable to the guy crossing here if he doesn't check it. But I would just suggest that maybe you have a player here and here, right? Depends on how many players you have left. You can try to switch up these positions, see what works best for your team. If you have a guy who sits here all the time, then he's not going to let anybody cross over there to Tetris, right? So this guy will be safe in that way. We'll just have to worry about CT, right? He can also just do a regular drop. Regular drop maybe isn't as good. Maybe he can drop into sandwich. That might be okay, because he will be protected from ramp. But then he has to, re-peek ramp when he goes out. He's in a tough spot. The best thing to do here would have to be one player stairs and one player going out here. But you have the smoke, so when you push out the smoke, you can get shot. It's very difficult, right? I suggest you really just try to get the pick Firebox, or better yet, you can get the Molotov down. But this video isn't about the retake. This is about the T side, right? How to hold the site, how to take it, how to hold it. So you're gonna have to figure out what you're gonna do when the CTs do these different kind of plays. So those are the most important positions here, right? For a T player. So I suggest maybe you have 3 or 4 players going ramp, 1 player, maybe 2 players going palace, and then, you know, optionally you can have a guy going mid, right? If you have a player palace and 2 in ramp, yeah, let me see. If you have 2 palace, right? 1 can hold stairs. The support player in ramp will Molotov triple box, while the entry fragger just waits here. Of course, smokes are down. And then the palace player who's supporting here, he's going to Molotov Underwood. And the Molotovs are down, the smokes are still down. Entry fragger is going to look into sight. He's going to, you know, just fire at this box here. And then he's going to also check sandwich. And whilst that is happening, if you have 1 opper and 1 rifler, the rifler is going to push here, and he's going to cover this guy's back from anybody playing on site, playing in a firebox. He's going to drop here. Maybe he has a bomb. Maybe the support player has the bomb. The support player is going to co-plant. The palace player here, rifler, is going to. He's not really going to look at the smoke too much, but he's going to peek into here to see if anything is triple box. He's going to pre-fire a ninja a bit, and then he's going to mostly protect. Trying to shoot through the smoke anybody who's on CT. He'll maybe shoot the CT if he jumps up to any of these spots here from this box, as they might do. The smoke down right now isn't so good, and you can kind of like see through it, but once the smokes get very close to this box, like that, they're going to be very, very smoked off. This is stand on this box, they will only really be able to jump all the way up to here. And if you've ever played against that, you know that it's very easy to kill a guy who's up there, right? Because if he decides to drop, he's unsafe and he can't really shoot back. If he doesn't decide to drop, then he has no place to move and very easy to shoot. And that is that. If you want to go for another strats, I like to go mid to A or underground to A usually. You get 1 guy on mid control, whilst 2 players maybe push out here. You can smoke out short a bit, and you just push up connector and pre-fire through here, clear the sights. You could smoke like this. You smoke triple box a bit, and then you can get a bomb plant here. And you know, you can watch then the bomb from here if you have an opper was cleared at the player short. You might have to kill the player going B because he might rotate through short. But you can watch the plant there, right? It's a very good plant if you have short control, if you have mid control, if you've cleared the jungle. I like that bomb plant very much if you go underground, right? So you're gonna have to silently walk through all of this underground, and then you get over here, you boost a player or 2 up into jungle up to here, and they're gonna have to kill the people. Maybe you're on an eco, maybe you only have Tech 9s, some armor, maybe you have SMGs. You clear the player playing window and jungle, and you come through here. I don't know if there's any good smoke for that. Maybe if you hug this corner, let me just see that. Hug that, you wait, and then you have, no, smoke is not very good. So yeah, you might just want to play, throw that from connector then. That was also bad. A little bit more up. There we go, that's better. So you get that, and then you have this area mostly covered. This side of the site, right? CTs will still have control of this side of the site. But with this smoke down, if you get a smoke down here, you can try to ignore them as much as possible. If you can like watch, you have 2 players, right? Down here, they'll watch this side and anybody pushing through the smoke while this 3rd player plants it. And then you just pull back a bit and you just work time, you know. They're gonna try to kill as many of you as possible. You're just going to delay. Maybe you throw a couple of grenades, maybe some Molotovs. Delay. As soon as they're trying to defuse, you will poke them a bit. You know, you will put pressure on them, delaying as much as possible. If you have a big player advantage, then it's going to be very hard for them to retake, right? Even if it's a 4v4. If it's a 4v4, very hard for them to retake, because you can just delay it, right? If you go for anything greedy, like if you're a very greedy player and you just try to kill everyone, and then maybe you get a kill but they kill you, right? Now it's a 3v3 and they have still a lot of time. That makes it easier for them, right? We're gonna play around the clock and prevent these defuses as much as possible, with my strats at least. Yeah, if there's any flashes, if you have this player, right? If you have a spawn like this or like up here, what I like to do, even if you haven't committed to going A, right? You just go fast, and then you can try to kill the guy crossing to stairs. You can usually do this before the smoke goes down if they don't. If you come half fast and you don't see anything, or if you're just playing regular ramp, you can also throw this flash. You just bounce it off this vase. It kind of depends on the angle, but for the most part, see, so sometimes they drop a little bit low. You're hopefully the flash is going to explode somewhere here, right? So I just do running throw and then I hit it like that. Okay, so this one went there, not so good. You wanted to mostly bounce off of this like curved edge and then have it go this way, right? So it will bounce something like this and hit behind you. Maybe if you give it a better angle. There we go. Well, that should be good, right? Explode right there. Right there, very good. Get it like this, and then you can get this, and then imagine you have all the smokes down. You get the guy headshot. You will look at the site. You will shoot this guy. You have a friend who holds this angle in case the guy is sandwiched. You will shoot the sandwich guy. If you've limited utility, right? Maybe you will only smoke CT and jungle. You'll save a smoke for the repeat. Guy can jump up here, right? If you're gonna jump up here, make sure you're not the bomb carrier. Drop the bomb at least here, right? Just don't push stairs from Tetris if you don't have this. This is a very strong position. If you have the smoke down, you can shoot the guy jungle. You can shoot here. If you have the smoke here though, on jungle, there's another smoke you can do that smokes that part of jungle, but it doesn't smoke connector, right? This would be a jungle and connector. This would be purely jungle smoke. If you have that smoke, you can certainly like jump up here, right? If you have the jungle connector smoke, if they have an opera here, if you jump over here, then you're going to be vulnerable for that opera. But you can still kill anybody playing on this area or playing the stairs by just pre-firing them. Wait, that wasn't that good. There we go. And that can be very strong. But I really suggest once you get that frag, you pull back. You have the bomb plant, or you get a friend to plant the bomb standard, and then you play Tetris or ramp. You can have 2 players Tetris or ramp, right? Because this cross is very important for the CTs to go through, right? So if you have 2 players there and you have 1 player here, right? He will watch anybody who tries to go Tetris from stairs, and those 2 will just watch the cross. If for some means somebody crosses, right? This guy will kill them while they're defusing, praying that nobody's going to kill him from jungle, right, as he does that. So that might be the vulnerability of having 2 players ramp and only 1 palace. That's why I really like having players down here. Get a bit up close and personal with the CTs, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so if there's anything else you need, contact me. Make sure that you take care of yourselves. Make sure that you improve yourselves, CS, you know, physically, mentally, whatever. You know, make sure you do your homework and have a nice day.